6:13 more now on the campaign. Mitt Romney escaped with a narrow victory in his home state of Michigan, and he did win Arizona yesterday.
North Central College political professor Stephen Caliendo joins us now to talk about the race for the GOP nomination and where it goes from here. Did Romney get the big victory that he needed in his home state of Michigan, or was the margin too small?
The margin's too small. I mean, he can say a win's a win, but essentially it's a tie in terms of delegates, by the way that Michigan allots its delegates. It's not a winner-take-all state. And plus, symbolically, of course, it's not a victory.
Now, the exit polls showed that the people who voted for Romney thought he would beat Obama, but the people who voted for Santorum still believe in his character.
That's right.
What does that mean as we head into Super Tuesday, that, you know, they both still have their following?
Absolutely. I mean, unless there is a clear victories, that is decisive margins, and in many states on Super Tuesday, we're probably going to go beyond Super Tuesday. I don't know if there's enough folks who still support Rick Santorum. Newt Gingrich might have some surprise showings on Super Tuesday.
A lot of those states are in the South.
Southern states, absolutely, including his home state. And so, yeah, we could have some surprises.
Rick Santorum faces a real challenge. On one hand, he's got the social conservatives who have really rallied behind him because of his message, and yet he needs to focus on the economy, too. So how does he do both?
Well, he's not helping himself. I couldn't even put a sweater vest on today. I was so upset about the Rick Santorum thing. Really, Jack Kennedy? That's who he's going to pick a fight with? I mean, this doesn't make sense. And then he's sort of going to go after higher education. I mean, he's sort of making bad choices. And so he says he wants to focus on the economy, but then he's sort of throwing these sort of softballs to the conservative base. And they're things that are going to be difficult for him, not just in the primary, but if he would move along.
We know nothing's an accident. That's why you have to question his strategy. Bob Schieffer said something interesting from CBS News. He said that he thinks he wouldn't be surprised. He went out on a limb and said that a new candidate could possibly emerge that we haven't heard from at all this entire time, and be somebody that shows up at the convention who ends up being the Republican nomination.
Yeah, the knight in shining armor sort of theory. It's possible, and I said it a couple of weeks ago when I was here that it was still possible. I think the later we go, the more likely that is. In some ways, in other ways, the less likely it is, because somebody's got to be able to raise enough money. But with the new campaign finance rules, a couple of big donors could come in, infuse money pretty quickly. The fact of it happening at the actual convention is more of a long shot than somebody sort of coming in the meantime. But if there aren't clear victories next Tuesday, if I'm standing here next Wednesday and they're not clear victories, we're probably going to have some discussions about somebody else.
Okay, we'll see you after Super Tuesday.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right.
Thanks, Stephen.